Okay. Definitely. First of all, Afsha, nice to meet you. I'm Rida Fatma, and thank you so much for being here, like, with us on board, like, to be
for
on this webinar.
Pakistanis anytime, don't worry.
Thank you so much. Like, we will be starting in, like, for all of those who have joined, kindly wait. We will be starting at exact 8 p.m.
Yeah, don't worry. I know about Pakistanis. I'm also from Pakistan, so that will be fine. Don't worry about that thing.
Yeah.
Is Pakistani still like that? They are always late around 15 to 1 hour. They are becoming now good.
We have got, like, usually we get like really nice audience. They are usually on time, but I don't know what's going to happen. Like, we have got like nice audience right now.
Okay, that's me. Pakistan is improving now.
Maybe, or maybe our audience are like only those people are here who are very punctual or motivated enough to get what they want.
Yeah, that will be sure that they really want to get their scholarship then. Yeah. So what you are doing, like there in Pakistan, or you are somewhere else?
Yeah. I'm in Pakistan, and I am currently a student as well. I have been working on different type of NGO, like doing social work and like getting into business as really, like, I'm doing multiple things at the same time. Like, I really love helping people, and definitely talking to people is one of my favorite things. So definitely I'm hosting, I usually host this webinar due to that. Like, I love talking to people, meeting amazing people is like one of the best things I can ever do. So I can talk for hours and hours for people. That's why I love this job.
Okay, that's great to know. Okay, that's cool.
Okay, so I think like we should officially start right now.
Okay.
Okay, for all of those who are here First of all, welcome. Thank you so much for joining this session. I'm Rida Fatma from Engineers Talk. Engineers Talk is an organization that basically aims to bridge the gap between student life and professional life. For those who don't know, like पाकिस्तान में सबसे बड़ी जो प्रॉब्लम है हमारे पास वो ये है कि हमारे पास सही गाइडेंस नहीं है प्रोफेशन से रिलेटेड लाइक if you want to enter the job field, if you want to do something and related to our career, if you want to do research, if you want to apply for jobs online, so engineers talk कहीं ना कहीं ये जो gap है ना हमारी जो studies के बीच में और जो communication gap है और फिर guidance gap है इस चीज को build करने के लिए engineers talk काफी कोशिश और मेहनत कर रहा था and in the end finally I'm so happy to announce you that we have introduced on our website the Career Accelerative Mentorship Program, in which basically we are gathering up or like we are bringing all of the mentors, all of the alumni, like professors who have been through that some kind of career, whatever the career you want to do, who have themselves done the research or such type of things, and we are bringing them on our website. And so go and register yourself. My team will be putting down the link in the chat. It's going to be available. Go and register yourself on our website and like benefit yourself. If you need some kind of guidance, it's one-to-one guidance from mentors, from alumni, the people who want to help our generation or who want to help the people who contribute to the society. Such kind of people are gathered there. Go and register on the website. And finally, let's move on to, without wasting time, let's move on to our today's webinar. That is how to get the fully funded scholarship. Our host is quite a competitive superwoman. Today we have got, in 2001, she got the Best Electronic Circuit Designer Award. And then in 2004, she got Civil Award from Government of Pakistan on Best Performance in Electronics on industrial level. Amazing. And then she have done the PhD at MMS on Okinawa Institute of Science and Technology, Okinawa, Japan. And currently she is doing the postgraduate at Fritz Haber Institute, Max Planck, Berlin, Germany. So like it proves that such an amazing woman is like, she got that in her. Like she is authentic. She is like all the way. She can guide you about how to get a fully funded scholarship. So with a warm welcome, let's welcome Dr. Afshan Jamshed. Afshan, thank you so much for being here.
Hello,
we are so grateful that you like took your time out and to contribute or help our generation. Like scholarship is one of the most important thing when it comes to studies. Like not all of the people can afford it, and in today's world, if you want to study, especially in Pakistan, or you want to go to study abroad for good studies, like it's kind of liability. So scholarship is one of the most helpful and amazing things. So thank you for being here.
Yeah, okay, thank you for introducing me, and hello everybody. I should say no, assalamu alaikum, because I'm talking with Pakistani. So yeah, just let me know whatever language is suitable for you. I will continue with that. Okay, I'm gonna share my experiences from where I have started, and I never used a penny of my parents for studying. Yeah, I always got scholarships, even abroad. I don't think so I ever used a penny of my parents, so I think I'm lucky in that way. But I'm going to tell you some tips how you can get it. Of course, it's everybody's dream to get the scholarship, like the overseas scholarship, go abroad and experience it. I really love my Pakistan, but the problem is, all the resources for research, we don't have it a lot. And it's like a lack of resources there. So I think everybody really wants to come out and really explore the research world. And believe me, abroad you will find advanced technology and everything. Okay, so I'm just going forward to the presentation. It's a very short presentation. I would like to talk with you guys more in person, like for the open session. You might have a lot of questions, and everybody's experiencing like a different things whenever they apply for it. So It will be open session, but I would just give you a quick presentation if everybody can see my presentation. Is it visible for everybody? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so as you know, I'm Afshan Jamshed. I'm from a very small village in Pakistan. It is around 30 kilometers from Peshawar. I'm Pashtun. I speak Pashto, so maybe it's a bit surprising for people. Now I'm a postdoc at Fritz Haber Institute, Max Planck, Berlin, Germany. You can see from the logo of that. And I took the topic or the title of this presentation is struggles, failures, and at the end you will get success. Don't think whenever the person you meet who is like successful in their lives, it doesn't mean they jumped from the bottom to the top directly. There are many steps, there are many struggles, there are many failures which you have to face, but you have to be standing there consistently and you don't have to be disappointed. So I will start with my experience, how many times I failed. But I'm still a Dr. Afshan Jamshed, I'm a postdoc, I have many achievements. It doesn't show if I failed, so I wasn't able to do anything. So these are my struggles. And you will love to see it, how many times I failed, how many times I got rejected when I was applying abroad. I failed 2 times a GIKI entrance exam for MS admission. You can see it, I was failed. I failed 3 times the GAT HEC test for HEC abroad or in Pakistan scholarship. I didn't pass that exam, like it was passed, but it was not enough score to get this scholarship. I failed 2 times a GRE test for US scholarship. So I'm meaning the means is failing it. I got the score, but which was not enough to be qualifying for these scholarships. So I always call them like a failed test. Then, of course, I was like from a very small village, no English background. Then I studied from Peshawar University. Of course, the English level there in Peshawar and in other countries or cities in Pakistan, it's completely a different story. And I always studied in a government schools. I never got like a very high school. So my English was really, really bad. And you can see from my Aauw score, it was just 5.5 band. And the second time when I attempted, it was just 6.5 band, which was not enough to get admission even. Scholarship was a very far away thing for me to get it from US or UK or Australia. Because these are a native English speaker countries, and they really want to have at least a 7.5, 8 band in for the admission requirements. And I was quite far away from that. So there was no chance. Still, I was not really interested in US, to be frank. I was more interested to go like in Europe or to like Japan, because Japan was one of the best country for technology and thing. US is good too, but somehow I was not really motivated to, but I was still applying for it. Then I submitted around 60 applications for my MS abroad. And you can see 60 applications is not a small number. It's a very big number to apply every time and ask recommendation letters from your professors, and they sometimes smile. Afshan, will you get an admission abroad or not? Yeah, that's the story. And then I contacted around 40 professors for requesting funds for my MS. But it was really, I would say like 3 years, I was fighting for that. I was struggling for that. But I never got disappointed. I stood there and I would keep applying. And these are my successes. I got a Max Global 30 scholarship from Japan, which is one of the prestigious scholarships. And we were selected only 9 students from around the world out of 1,000 applicants. And it was one of the honor for me that I'm one of that 9 students. And then I have finished my master's there in Waseda University, Tokyo, Japan, with 3 publications and 4 international conferences. After that, I applied for my PhD, and I got a PhD admission at Oyster. In Oyster, I was also nominated because of my performance and everything as a Global Women in Science. You can also find the videos of this talk. And I have done my PhD on atomic scale study of perovskite solar cell materials with 5 publications and 5 international conferences. So these were like a big achievements with that. So for masters, I faced a lot of problem because that time I was in Pakistan, and Getting an abroad scholarship was not an easy story. I got admission from different countries, but the problem was the scholarship because my parents couldn't afford this abroad studies, even not my ticket. So whenever something was coming, I was always stuck in with that. And then I'm having now a fellowship for a postdoc. It's about a thin film industrial thermal catalyst. And I started in August 2021. And you wouldn't believe it, I got this fellowship even before finishing my PhD. And I only applied for the first time for my postdoc, and that was my last time too. I haven't struggled at all for getting my postdoc. So this is showing when you faced a lot of failures, when you struggle, and when you're consistent, at the end, all successes will be yours. Now, my question from every student every time, do you really want to do the MS and PhD? Because it's not the sake of the paper piece, where you can proudly show, hey, I have this piece of paper which is showing it's a certificate of master's or a PhD from abroad. If that's the matter, I would really suggest you to really think about it, because it's not something like for the piece of paper. It's something is commitment with the research and the commitment what you want to contribute to the community. So if your answer is yes, yeah, so there is different points which you really have to think before applying. Ask yourself what you really want to study and do research in. It's really crucial for your research career. If you don't know what you want to do, where your interest is, I think it will be just struggling, and success will not be really easy for you. So you have to really ask yourself what you love to do it. This is crucial. This is crucial. I always say to every junior, every student of mine that think about it. Second is, when you know what you really want to do in research or what you want to do in research in a different fields, I think, then try to search a professor or a lab who is best in this, your desired research field. Believe me, it doesn't matter which university he is, because we Pakistani or maybe other students also have this mentality. If this professor is in MIT, in Stanford University, or UC Berkeley, that's mean he's awesome. No, it doesn't mean that. Maybe you will find a very best professor in a very low-ranked university. But what we are doing, we are thinking about the ranking of university, and that's the mentality, because we say if the rank is high of this university, it will open the door for your future. No. In research, if your professor is famous and you have a really good publication, believe me, whatever the rank of your university, nobody cares about it. So please check about your this mentality. Oh, I want to go to MIT, even the professor is completely a shit. No, don't do that. Then you have to check this professor or university, do they have any funding resources? Are any funding resources where you can apply? Like, for example, sometimes professors have their own private fundings, which they can hire the student, give you the stipend per month, and you can go there. There is some specific scholarship which the university offers. You have to check that too, and you will always find these all information on their websites of the university. And if that's not the case, every country have different scholarship which the government is giving, maybe a very rich person who is sponsoring students. There are many rich good people who give money to these students to afford their studies, so you can find something. So there is always one open door for you. So don't worry, if you don't find a one funding, there will be another way to find a funding. Then check the university.
Sorry for interrupting. So sorry for interrupting. I just want to make sure, I think your slides are stuck. Like, are you moving it? Like, it's still on the phase 1.
Really?
I just want to make sure, because participants were requesting, like, ma'am,
I'm already on the 4th slide. I'm only on.
No, it's just on one. It's on our page, like it's seeing like one slide. It's the first slide that we are seeing right now.
Is your internet is okay?
Yeah, participants were requesting like the screen is stuck, then I noticed like, yes, I was like listening to you. I was not really focusing on the web slides. Then I like, okay, it's not moving.
Okay, let me check it back, because for me it's working.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like just connection issue, no problem. We can see that some kind of things like happen. It's completely fine. Yeah, now it's visible.
Okay, so I think when I go to the slideshow, maybe that's creating a problem. Will it be? Can you see now?
Yes, we are seeing now. Like we aren't able to see it like moving, but we are able to see the fourth slide.
Okay, so now you can see it's moving.
No.
Okay, let me just go to animation and then we can. Now, can you see the whole slide? No.
It's just no.
Okay, let me check. I think you guys have done. Now, can you see it?
Maybe just a minute.
Okay.
We aren't seeing any slide. Like that sharing screen is gone.
Okay, now I'm again sharing it. Can you see it now? Hello?
Yes, we are able to see it.
Okay, so I'm not going to the slideshow. I think it's making it heavier for your internet. So I will just go in this way, okay?
Okay.
Okay,
no
so
problem, no problem. Thank you so much.
Yeah, don't worry, that's okay. So I'm just on a fourth point, which is showing like Czech university admission requirements, right? There it was. I keep it with the points, but I think we cannot go in the animation way. Okay, so you have to check the requirements of this university, because if you are applying in US, in UK, and in Australia, like who are like a native speaker of English, they have a different requirements and thing, which I'm going to show you in the next few slides, that how you can get through that. And also do thorough study of the professor research. You need to go just visit his web page and can see how many articles, not how many, but what articles he has published and what the current projects are running in his lab. And then do the study of it and see which topic is more fascinating for you, which topic you feel that you really want to work on. And then you can compose a very brief email for asking the questions about his or her research, that what this professor is doing, and if you have something, a new idea in your mind after reading their articles, so you can also incorporate that and ask him like, see, this is something I'm thinking and we can incorporate in your project. And a warning sign for everyone, because when we are students, we are new, we are in Pakistan, we don't know how to contact these foreign professors. So please don't shoot random and general emails to professors, because if you are interested in his or her lab and you are saying like, okay, I want to do it, just send him a very short email. This is what you want to do it, and this is what you think you can really offer him. If you write a 5 pages email, believe me, it's too much annoying. Even I'm not a professor, I'm a postdoc. And sometimes I receive these 5-6 pages email. Believe me, I don't have that much. Even I don't have time to read these emails. So please, please, please avoid such long emails to sending these professor. Your emails will be going in trash or in spam, and you will never ever hear from these professors. So this is the one thing you really have to note it down. And then, oh God. Okay. So now I'm going to show you how many scholarship you can get from different countries. I'm more expert for offering you the tips for Japanese scholarships, because I always studied in Japan. Like from last 8 years, I was in Japan for my master's and for my PhD. And I studied through these different scholarships. So Japan have like a Max Scholarship. It's a Japanese scholarship, which I got it. It's a very prestigious scholarship and fully funded. Like fully funded means you will get a business class lounges in your airplane ticket. This is what I always tell people. And they have other scholarship, Jsps, ADB Japan, GRAPES. So these are the different scholarships which you can apply, and you can Google it up and you can get all the requirements of it. For Japan, you don't need any IELTS, nothing. They don't need GRE even too. They just see how much experience do you have, how much scores do you have, and how you are capable to go for the scholarship, because there are different criteria of it. You have to either qualify for the professor. He will ask you or put you an entrance test, and then you have to qualify that. And that's all about the research. It's not about this, like, to qualify, can you speak English or not? It's not about can you solve the GRE questions or not? No, it's only related to your field of expertise. And if in that you are best, nobody is going to can stop you from going there to Japan or do your research. And then there is also a Oyster funded scholarship. This is the scholarship, which is also a government scholarship, where I have done my PhD on it. And you can imagine this scholarship, I think, is a very high and a smart scholarship around the world. No PhD student can have that much smart salary for their PhD. And the simple example, I was able to keep my own car with this scholarship in Japan. So you can imagine how much this scholarship is for one student. Then if you go for UK, so in UK, there is a problem first. They always offer you partial funding. I mean, you have to pay for your ticket, means you have to pay for your monthly expenses. Their admission fee or a tuition fee is very high in pounds, it's thousands of pounds, and then it's also not fully covered. So if your family cannot afford that thing, I think it's just useless for you then. Then there is a British Council scholarship. You can apply through that. It might be a fully funded, but UK have this problem that there is very limited number of scholarship available which are fully funded. And there are other, this CAT, Cambridge scholarship, and these others. You can just go through that by Googling it up and you will find it, how much they. So if you know your family cannot afford such scholarships, which is just partially funding or something like that, I will suggest you to don't accept such scholarship, because you will think maybe when you go there, you can do a part-time job and think you can do it. But I prefer a scholarship which is fully funded. So in UK, I heard it that students are struggling a lot because finding a job. In Germany, it's quite good. The life is good. Even if students do a part-time job, they still can afford their studies. Because in Germany, there is no tuition fee. I think everybody knows, but still they have some good scholarship. It's DAD and CAD. And also there is this other scholarship, Erasmus Scholarship. Erasmus Scholarship is quite prestigious too. The salary is quite smart for it. But with the Erasmus Scholarship, you have to go for different semesters. Like one semester you might be in Germany, one semester you might be in France, one semester you will be in Netherlands, in Italy, and it's like that. So it's a very combined project with the different professors, which is good for your experience. You can get the Erasmus Scholarship for MS and plus PhD. It's quite good. You should apply for it. I really recommend this scholarship too. And I also found many Pakistani students who are DOT scholarships holder and who are Erasmus Scholarship holder. So that means we already have a way to achieve this scholarship. And if your parents can afford around 10,000 euro, or maybe 12,000 euro, I don't know. But this is the sum block amount which you need to get the admission. Because in Germany, the education is free, means like the tuition fee is free. What they ask you to show them the block amount in your account, which is showing that you are able to do study, like to pay for your monthly expenses. But in Germany, you can find jobs easily as a part-time student job, and you can afford such things. So even if you borrow some money from your parents or friends, you will still be able to pay back that money to them. It's not something you are going to lose. It's similar for other European countries like Sweden, France, Italy, Netherlands, Turkey, Greece, Russia. You can do it with the self-finance too. Means if you are able to pay this block amount and you don't have a scholarship, you will still be able to study and earn a lot of, not a lot, but at least a surviving money per month for getting it. Now, if we come to the US is more tricky. First, we are Pakistanis. It's make it difficult for us. back in US if Trump is there. The other thing is that you need IELTS, TOEFL, and GRE. There are many smart people in Pakistan. For them, GRE, IELTS, TOEFL is nothing. They can do it. In US also, this is the problem. Tuition fee is not free. So you have to really find a professor or a university which can offer you like a fully funded scholarship. So from that, you can go for the Fulbright scholarship. It's very prestigious scholarship in US. If you get it, it's fully funded. You don't have to worry about anything then. Then there is, I think, a Aauw Foundation International Scholarship Program. It's also a fully funded scholarship. The AAUW International Fellowship is just for women. And my suggestion for women means the girls in Pakistan students. The one thing, I'm sorry to guys, but for girls, I think they are opening the doors more openly because they want to promote the women in science and engineering. Maybe you know about STEM. And in that, you have more chances to get the scholarship. Even the professors will offer you the funding from their own unit budget because they really want to introduce the women in science and engineering. And there is more chances for you that if you have a good grades, if you are capable to do things or research and things, they will give you the scholarship very easily. Yeah. One more thing, if you see here, I'm saying subscribe for this scholarshipposition.com. It's a website. They are always updating this available scholarship with their deadlines and details. And I got my next scholarship through this website because I subscribed for this website when I was looking for different scholarship. And I found the next scholarship on this website, and then I applied for it and I got selected. And I went to Japan, and my career has started in science and research from there. So I think it's better if you all subscribe this website, and you will get all the updates about available scholarships. I will go more in detail for the Japanese scholarship because I studied there, as I mentioned. So there is a max scholarship. It's a Japanese government scholarship, and it's available only for master's and PhD, but they have two types of max scholarship. One is you apply through Japan Embassy in Pakistan. So you will be just competing with the Pakistani students. They will shortlist you, select you, and you will directly fly to Japan for your studies. There is another one, it's a Global 30, because the Global 30 is also under the maxed Japan government. But this one, you have to compete with other students from around the world. This one, I applied it for my master's in Japan, and I told you it was, I think, around 1,000 applications from around the world, and they only selected 9 of us. And 9 of us were not a master's students. We were only 3 master's students, and 6 were PhD students. So you can see the competition is quite tough there. So I recommend you can apply for both. But if you apply from Japan Embassy in Pakistan, that will keep your doors more open and the competition will be less. But I recommend also G30. If you have a really high and good GPA and other achievements, then nobody can stop you from getting this Global 30 max scholarship too. I think the deadline for the 2023 application should be around in May, because for the 2022, it's already over. They are just annually offering this scholarship. So if you miss the deadline for 2022, that means you can apply now for 2023 for the next year. Then there is also another scholarship, which is prestigious scholarship of Japan. It's called Jsps. And this is only available for PhD and postdoc in Japan. It's not available for masters. So this one, you can also check it. It's very competitive, and the chances to get this scholarship is only 20%. So getting this scholarship is very, very difficult. But if you get it, believe me, you will be known around the world. Because if it's come on your resume that you are a GSPS holder, story ended there. Nobody can stop you from anywhere to get in. So this is one benefit of having this scholarship, or the max scholarship. Then you need to think about your research proposal and the statement of purpose. These are the most important points for your application for scholarships. But as I said, you have to ask yourself first what you really want to do. And for that, for example, if you are interested in robotics, but what robotics you want to work. For example, if you are interested in material sciences, what material you really want to work. Uh, for example, if you are interested in social sciences or any other sciences, mathematics, I think there are different topics, different branches. So first, I always tell to students, find out what you really love to do it or what naturally you are inclined towards that topic. After that, you can do a literature review. I understand in Pakistan, you don't have access to these journals, which is available freely for students or something. Maybe in universities now you have an access to these all journals. But if you don't have it, please let me know. I'm already giving my website and my LinkedIn. So whenever you need any paper or something, just let me know. I will download it and send it to you. That will not be a problem, yeah? And then when you hunt the research idea, what you want to do, then you need to write a really good quality of research proposal, because some universities or scholarship application ask you for research proposal. Some application is asking you for a statement of purpose. It's depend what is their requirement, or some maybe ask you for motivation letter. So these three letters, like proposal or a SOP or a motivation letter, they are almost a similar thing, but like a bit different in writing style or the format of them. So this is not something you really have to worry about it. And my tip for writing a good research proposal or SOPs, when you finish it, like when you write up your research proposal or SOP, close your computer, go out, have some fun with your friends, coffee, or with your family, take a fresh breath, walk around, and then come again and open your computer and check it. When you check it, you will find it how many typos or mistakes you have made it. Because if you check it right after you write it, you will never find your mistakes. You will never find your typos. You will be thinking, your mind is fully saturated. You think whatever you were in your mind, that already on a page, but that's not there. Believe me, it happened many times with me too. And I asked my all researcher friends and colleagues, all our foreigners, I asked them, and they said this is happening with everyone. So this is something you really need to check it. And after you confirm that, okay, you have write whatever you wanted to write, then ask your teachers, our class fellows, our friends, our family, our colleagues to check this piece of paper for you. Will they understand your idea, what you have wrote it there? Like, for example, a research proposal that you are proposing some new idea in research. If your colleagues or friends or whatever you are asking to check, if they can understand what you have right there or what is your idea of proposing this research, that's mean you win it. Mean it's ready now to submit. But if they didn't understand your idea and thing, then I think it will be difficult to convince the committee of scholarship or the university. So please keep in mind that thing. It's important for your getting the scholarship or the admission there. And if you need any help for reviewing your research proposal or SOP or motivation letter, you can contact me without any hesitation on my Gmail ID or on my LinkedIn. I usually do this thing for free because being a researcher or being a scientist, it's my responsibility to help other students or other researcher who is trying to achieve their goal in research. So I usually do this thing. People contact me on LinkedIn, even I don't know them. They just send me their research proposal, SOPs, and then I check it and I give them my feedback. I don't like one thing when people send me their research proposal and SOP and say, hey, we have a deadline tomorrow. Please check this within 1 hour. Come on, guys. I'm also doing research and I'm experimentalist. I cannot do things for voluntarily, like on a short notices. So it's my request, if you ever want to check something or you need my feedback, at least give me like few days because I'm always busy too. But I would definitely check it, give you my feedback, you can modify it, and definitely you will get the scholarship, inshallah. Okay, these were my points to discuss, but if you have any questions, so we can keep the sessions open. I'm sitting here. If you have any question, please let me know and I can answer you. Thank you. Okay, so I'm done. If you have any questions, we can talk about it.
Thank you so much, Afsha. Your session was amazing. It was like quite a handful information on scholarships and how to figure out everything, like whatever you can get and different options. First question I want to ask you, like I have the first question I would like to ask you, that wasn't like there was any language barriers when you went to Japan for your studies? Like was there
No.
any language barriers?
No, when I was in Tokyo. So if you go to Japan for your undergrad, then definitely you have to Japanese language. But if you go for your master's, PhD, or postdoc, then everything is in English. Of course, outside Japanese are a bit hesitant to speak in English, but they are one of the nicest nation of this world. I would never ever left Japan if I didn't need to explore the new research areas, because Japan is one of the best place of my whole life, which I experienced it. So you will never ever face a problem because of your language barrier. No, Japanese are best.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. So guys, if you want, if you have any kind of questions related to scholarships, if you've the things or problems you're facing, like Afshana is here, she is open. Ask it out.
Yeah. If you have any questions, just let me know.
Yeah. We have got the chats open, or you can either raise your hands.
Oh, they don't have an access to the mic?
Mm-hmm.
I think they don't have an access to the chat. Some people are raising their hands, but
Yeah, they don't have like, we don't have open the mics, or just a minute. I am trying to like open the
if you give them an
mics
access,
for people so that they can ask the question. For now, if you have like any questions, you can write it on chat. I am trying to like open the mics. Just wait till that.
Rida,
G?
sorry to interrupt. Mohammed Usama,
No
you
problem.
can ask your question.
Yeah, do you have any question?
Me?
No, somebody is asking, someone was talking there, so I don't know who is the person.
Yeah, he is my coordinator.
Okay, Osama was there, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Mr.
think
Usama, you can ask your question. I just enabled you to open your mic. Okay, Lala Fahim, it's your turn.
जरा अपनी बात को रिपीट कीजिएगा, मुझे क्लियरली समझ में नहीं आई.
Hello, ma'am. Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, walaikum assalam.
Ma'am, I'm from Pakistan. May I talk in Urdu?
Yeah, sure. Please speak in Urdu. I really want to speak in Urdu.
Okay. Recently हम ट्राई कर रहे हैं कि हम फॉरेन के लिए जाएं, मगर काफ़ी इश्यूज हो रहे हैं, कोई लिंक हमें क्लियरली मिलती नहीं है, तो हम कैसे सर्च करें कि हम अप्लाई कैसे करें? काफ़ी इश्यूज होते हैं, या तो कोई लिंक मिल जाती है उसके अंदर अप्लाई का कोई इशू होता है, बहुत सारे इशू होते हैं.
अच्छा, सो वो आपके साथ ये है कि आप लिंक तो ओपन करते हो, लेकिन सम लिंक जो होते हैं ना वो ऑलरेडी करप्टेड होते हैं, मींस वो काम नहीं कर रहे होते. वो आपको जो स्कॉलरशिप साइट्स होती है वो आपको किसी 2-3 साल पहले डेडलाइन की स्कॉलरशिप्स दे रही होती है. दैट्स व्हाई आप लिंक को ओपन कर ही नहीं पाते हो. सो इसलिए मैं हमेशा प्रेफर मतलब रिकमेंड करती हूँ सारे स्टूडेंट्स को कि आप लोग जो है वेबसाइट पे जाके उस यूनिवर्सिटी के उस स्कॉलरशिप की बिल्कुल अपडेटेड फॉर्म देख सकते हो. दूसरा जो मैंने आपको ये वेबसाइट का बताया है scholarshipposition.com, इस पे आपको सारी इंफॉर्मेशन अपडेटेड मिलेंगी. At least this is my experience with this website and I was very happy And for I think 5-6 years, I was searching scholarship. Even I had a scholarship, but I created a one Gmail group, and I was just forwarding such emails to all these Pakistani students too. So आप जो कह रहे हैं कि problems आती हैं, if you have such problem, you have my email ID or LinkedIn. आप मुझे link send कर दिया करें, I will check it for you, and I might be able to help you too. ठीक है? तो इसमें कोई issue नहीं है.
मैंने 2 रिसर्च पे काम भी किया है, एलडीएस सिंथेसिस, मटेरियल सिंथेसिस पर किया है, मगर पब्लिश नहीं करवाया है। या सीवी में हम ऐसे लिख सकते हैं?
अच्छा, एमएस के लिए आपसे कोई एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करता मोस्टली कि आपकी पब्लिकेशंस हो, क्योंकि अंडरग्रेड में in Pakistan everybody knows कि publication is a very rare case that you will be having a publication, yeah. So इस चीज पे आप परेशान ना हो, पब्लिकेशन जरूरी नहीं है, लेकिन अगर आप ऑलरेडी इतना काम कर चुके हो कि आपके पास मटेरियल है पब्लिश करने का, so why you are not publishing it? My question is.
कुछ कैरेक्टराइजेशन रहती हैं जिनकी वजह से पब्लिश नहीं कर पा रहे हैं।
या सो उसके लिए मैं आपको ये टिप दूंगी, जब आप किसी प्रोफेसर को कांटेक्ट करते हो या अगर आप स्कॉलरशिप के लिए अप्लाई करते हो, डोंट गिव देम द होल डेटा, प्लीज डोंट डू दैट। या सिर्फ उनसे मेंशन करें कि आप ऑलरेडी इस पेपर पे काम कर रहे हो, दिस इज द टाइटल ऑफ द पेपर, आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि आप उसे बताओ कि क्या क्या कर रहे हो, ओके, बिकॉज दैट्स कॉन्फिडेंशियल एंड मे बी जब तक आप पब्लिश करो कोई और उसको पब्लिश कर चुका हो, ठीक है, सो दैट्स नॉट मोर देन वेल आइडिया फॉर यू देन। लेकिन आप उसे बताओ कि आप ये काम कर रहे हो एंड कुछ कैरेक्टराइजेशन रहती हैं एंड वेरी सून यू आर गोइंग टू पब्लिश इट। इट्स लाइक यू हैव अ पब्लिकेशन, एटलीस्ट ये उनको ये शो करेगा कि यू आर अ केपेबल रिसर्चर और आप ऑलरेडी रिसर्च पब्लिकेशंस पे काम कर रहे हो, सो डोंट वरी इफ इट्स नॉट पब्लिश। या
ओके, थैंक यू मैम।
यू आर वेलकम।